Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed, favorite, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. I love y'all so much. Thank you just for all the spiritual support. The emotional and mental is truly a blessing to have you a part of my journey, as I am a part of yours. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl is about to upload her next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are, uplifting, give you a good vibe or insight that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times and need spiritual guidance or just confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you once again for being a part of this journey with me, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of this video. I'm still listening to the same meditation music I just finished with the last video. It's from Awakening Planet, Positive Mind in 10 minutes, 432 hertz, healing frequency music, destroy all subconscious negativity. And the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, pain holds a purpose that doesn't leave empty promises. And it's so true. It's just, I've been listening to so many different motivational videos and stuff like that, and just sit up here boohooing like a big baby. It was just like really good to be able to watch things that it can really inspire people. There's so many different things that's happening into the world where, we're trying to allow ourselves to heal from a lot of different things, trying to, get that unity of understanding and compassion through the world. And it's like some things are just not wanting to change. Some things is just not wanting to move. But we can't do that, within everybody else's world, but we're placing it in ours so it can, it can spread like a healthy, positive virus, So it's just like a lot of things you're going through, as well as, things, whatever has set you off on your path. A lot of times it's just really hard for you to see everything that has like broke you down mentally, emotionally, sexually, virtual, whatever has impacted your life, that has had you shook to the core. Everything has a purpose for it. I've been going through a lot of heavy emotions where, I know everything's going in my favor, even though it may not be going in the speed of my liking, but I know everything's coming in my favor, because it's just like, there's times I feel heaviness. There's times I feel a lot of sadness. I'm longing to be around family that is no longer in this, in this physical plane. And it's been really heavy for me. Whatever gifts that you have, it's like when you're going through these transitions, everything seems heightened. So it's just like so many different emotions is coming up, and it is just like with me having my gift of the sixth sense, I've been touched, been able to see, it's like that. What's that boy name? The sixth sense type situation. It's like everybody that I think of that has passed on, that's either connected to me or, my dad's side of the family, they've been coming very heavy to me. People that associate with my dad, they've been coming in, and it was like an honor to be able to communicate with those people. And it was a blessing to be able to understand that, you're not in this change alone. You're not going through these burdens by yourself, and a lot of times it's hard for you to be able to see the positivity in something that's taking place in your life that has really hurt you in a lot of ways. I go through, allowing myself to really reflect on a lot of the painful situations that has taken place, because it's like, even when I'm doing a very intense, releasing, purge, what do you want to call it, releasing, clearing, cutting cords and all that, is like more things that's coming up that I've suppressed as a child. And when I say that was just some heavy vibes, I'm like, ugh, I'm ready to, be over with this stuff. And it almost got me in that low frequency that I had to allow myself to really see every burden that I have connected with. It's made me so much stronger. Even though there's times I may not understand it, why did I have to go through these things, why did this have to be a part of my purpose? But we have to understand, before we got here, we picked our names, we picked our dates of our birthday, our situations, our trauma, our enemies, our our family, spiritual family, all these different things that we have taken part in the world to help us, acknowledge the things that has to be purged out, allowing ourselves to understand, even through the worst situations, it brings a positive message to it. And a lot of times it's really hard for you to see that. There's times it's hard. And it's just like, when you're dealing with things the way you're dealing with them, it really truly tests your strength, and there's just so many different things that I've gone through, and, trying to allow myself to understand, when God and universe feels like you're ready for that reveal or that closure to those things, it's going to happen. But I have to allow myself to take, separate myself from that anger of what has been denied to me. Trying to allow myself to clear myself of the burdens of guilt for me not doing the things that I had to do when it had anything to do with my biological family. But I had to allow myself not to take on anybody else's responsibilities on how it impacted my life, my kids' life, because it's like the situation has really tore, my family apart when it comes to me and my girls. So it's just like, with these things going on, I tell universe all the time, I love my purpose, and it's a passion of mine. Going through these different things, it's just like, when I say it took me to a turning point for me to see everything of anew, on how I seen the world, how I seen people that was connected to this situation when it came to the death of my father. All these different things is taking place. It's just like, I don't understand, what family timeline did I wipe out for me to have to go through these things that I go through, because it's just like, you're trying to allow yourself to feel that peace that, my father's in a better place. The people that really truly cared about me, that knew about these situations, they're in a better place, and everything has a reason for happening, and for me to be able to step out into the light, and being able to allow myself to be transparent, about the things that I struggle with on a daily basis. It's not just with you and the interactions that you're going through in these painful processes, but it's the people that you connect with that needs to have that understanding. It's like, you're not alone on that road, even when it feels so lonely, of when you're embracing, we have become best friends, ace boon coons, with our wounds, our trauma, our hurt, our anger, our pain, our addictions, our suppression, our ignorance towards ignoring, things that we had to face. And those are the things that, that's what brought you to the forefront of knowing, reintroducing you to who you are. There's days I sit here and I cry. I look at my dad's picture, and I hear him, telling me, you're not by yourself with this situation. You are loved. You're doing everything like you're supposed to do, but you have to take one day at a time. And I kept on hearing that song by Cyndi Lauper. If you're a 70s baby like me, or you like to listen to the golden oldies, which is not make me feel old when I say golden oldies, but that was when they made music good. They ain't over here doing the doo-wop and, twerking, Birkin, whatever you want to call it. Talking about Birkin bags and all that mess. They had real music where they left stuff to imagination. And it sounds like my mom when she says that to me, about the music we grew up on. But I was hearing the songs, your true colors. And then when I all this emotion start coming up. And it was just like, it wasn't like I was angry, I was sad or depressed. It was just me just facing that energy. um, because I embodied that. That was so hard for me to disconnect myself from the wounds of different things that I took on, feeling guilt, of, not being able to connect with my dad when my dad had chances. But, I had to allow myself to know everything that was based in between that connection with me and my biological family was based on deception and lies. And that has to be a very painful situation to go through. And that's when you see all the things that you have struggled with, for you to be able to gain that peace of mind with yourself, not beating yourself up of missed opportunity. It's never a missed opportunity. And I have to remind myself of that as well. Things you may not have been aligned with what you were supposed to have at that time, because there's still lessons that you had to go further down to know about yourself, about the things you had to release, the things you had to allow yourself to face, accept, go through that grieving process so you can heal yourself with compassion, no longer feeling that guilt of holding on to something and you tortured your own self. And a lot of times we don't realize we're punishing our own self on a repetitive cycle. We allow ourselves to keep focusing on what somebody has said, what somebody has blocked you from, what people have lied about, what people have abused you in any kind of way. It's like you're it's like if somebody else is throwing it in your face, it's like you're doing that to yourself. And the universe doesn't want us to do that. And that's the promise that he makes. When you're allowing yourself to face that pain, it holds a purpose, because it's allowing you to see things at a higher perspective, being able to have that deep understanding, not just with oneself, but with the world. Everything that's so chaotic that's happening right now is because how somebody was brought up, or how somebody was taught to see things in a certain way, to discard what they felt like it wasn't important, or how one person's nationality is above another one, it's a superior. And it's just like we all, we started off as dust, we're going to end as dust, but we're still beings. We're all connected. And then going through these things, it holds that purpose of how you started this situation, this path. It's a promise that you won't leave the same way. You're allowing yourself, even though we go through so many painful situations, they want you to be able to acknowledge that the fact is, if you went through this, whatever your weaknesses was, whatever is that big Achilles to you, that sign of weakness, if you didn't love yourself, you're going to go through situations where you see that people are taking advantage of you, not putting up those healthy, safe boundaries, allowing yourself to love yourself enough to just cut people out your life that ain't supposed to be there, that's not reciprocating what you're pushing out. Allow yourself, you can love people from a distance. You can't allow yourself to neglect your better well-being, your mental health, your happiness, your self-respect, your love for yourself, just to accommodate somebody else's insecurities. All these things are teaching you how, when you're by yourself and you feel alone, this is telling you you can break it on your own. If it's meant to be in your life, maybe you had to just part ways, so whatever you in this situation, or you and these people, can heal on your own, so you can come back together and be aligned how it's supposed to be. Because we're going through these different things, and it's not within healing just within ourselves. This is going out to future generations that hasn't yet got here yet, but also from the family that depended on us for us to be able to change this cycle. And it that's the purpose it holds, because there's so many times I've looked at my situation, it's like, why did this have to be the thing that was leading me? And love is a powerful thing. A lot of people, when they see like me and my dad's picture together, they always said that you feel that powerful love that y'all both have, and that bond, and it gets you emotional. And love conquers everything. Everything you just go through, love conquers everything, no matter what somebody tries to stray you away from, what they don't want to acknowledge, what they feel like you deserve, is always going to come out on top. And a lot of times it's hard for us to be able to see that, because we have so many different things that's going on. And that's when the faith kicks in. Because it's like all the stuff that I go through, and I'm just like, God, I'm tired of going through this. I'm tired of being around people that don't see me. They see me as an option. And it's just allowing myself to know that what their thoughts are is not going to stop what we have for you. And that's what they want us to really understand. It's like we put you on this path for a specific reason. Whatever you have been in your pathway that has hurt you, it has a purpose behind that. A lot of times we can overcome something that somebody is still struggling with. And it's just like we feel like even though it's personally directed at us, it's not even about us. It's about who we're going to come in contact with on that journey of healing, on that journey of love, of self, of our surroundings, being able to give forgiveness to people that, is not even saying sorry to you. It's just like we're all going down our road. And there's some people that are not allowing themselves to acknowledge what needs to be healed, because they're dropping it off in so many different ways. They're being toxic towards themselves and purging it towards other people. And, it comes a time when they're going to pick and choose when it's time for them to go on that journey, just like we are. Because a lot of times when we retaliate against things and we caught that karma real quick and the enemy didn't, because you knew better. And that's how they tell us you knew better on what this is going on. These things that happen to take place is testing you to see if you're going to allow yourself to respond instead of reacting. Are you going to allow these things to come to the surface and observe what lesson you got out of this so you can part ways? Are you absorbing that sequence that brought back old emotions that you were entitled to move away from? All these things are telling you, you have that promise that you are not going to breathe the same. You are not going to move the same. You're going to be selective in what you choose to select. You're going to challenge your own changes. You're going to see the lessons behind every move you make. Because you're being showed a lot of different things, and you're having to face a lot of things that we were scared to acknowledge within ourselves. You're not second guessing yourself. If you have to put excuses behind a situation, that's an automatic, that it's not supposed to be there. Because a lot of times when we cling to things like that, and I had to be able to accept that for myself, is because I felt like I wasn't deserving of what I deserve, And it's just like, for me to be able to do that, I had to allow myself to love myself. I can't be open for love, but I'm not giving it towards myself first. I have to be able to make those hard decisions on walking away from things that just not for me. And it could be your family, it could be your partner, your husband, your wife, your baby daddy, your baby mama, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever is not serving that purpose of you. We have to give it compassion, because it taught you how to love yourself more. It made you make base decisions off of what is right, not what emotion you're feeling at that period of time. This is giving you structure for yourself, that if you built your essence on something that was rocky, it wasn't shifty, it's based on insecurities, whatever, harm you have, whatever is holding on with negativity is falling apart to build up a strong foundation of your truth. It's no longer between the blurred lines. It's not the matrix. It's not the 3D. You're balancing between 5 and 6 right now, because you're merging so quickly. And when you're merging quickly, it's like you're shooting out this energy. And it's like you'll be able to know when you feel it, because it's like you can walk through one room and another one and you'll feel like disoriented. Or you can be around certain electronics, like if you have digital cable, your energy is in conflict of frequencies with that electronic. Or your phone dies quicker than it used to. It can get stuck at times, and you can even be blowing light bulbs and draining the heck out of batteries. So when you're going through these painful situations, trust and believe it holds a purpose to it, but it doesn't hold empty promises that you are going to be the same way when you get to where you need to go. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I love y'all so much. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Lydia Unquez Mora. I hope I pronounced the last name right. I apologize if I didn't. Carl Fuquet, Esazel, and Haye Krishna, Bethlehem Krishna, and Queen Anderson, and and Pete Adams. I hope you were able to resonate with the content of the video. I hope y'all have a blessed, prosperous week. Be safe and responsible for everything you do. Like and subscribe, share, tell somebody about the channel, drop a line. I would love a chance to hear from you. I'll leave all my contact information in the description box up under my video. You can connect with me. It's just like networking and light working as well. Just if you have any questions about your spiritual path or your passion or purpose or your purpose of mission, I'll try my best to answer it. And I hope whatever you're trying to manifest into your life comes so much bigger than you ever imagined and comes sooner than you ever expected. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Love y'all. Bye.